Okay, we have to.
You have to?
That's enough.
No. Don't mind, we shall explain.
What? I'm wondering why you're clapping. Hey, what's...
Have you
We
been
want to
not
put
mind?
like a spike in pitch
Uh-huh.
in the audio.
The audio to see where
so
we
that
start cutting
when you
from.
see it visually, you can see a spike and then
Where we started to match the audio with the video.
Okay,
Otherwise we will have like
that makes sense. Okay.
you don't need to.
I'll
What's
give
this?
that clip.
No.
I'm saying I'm keeping all these nonsense.
I don't mind. This
only-
guy
only
clapped.
one.
Both of you clapped the first
No,
time.
no, no.
Okay,
Okay, carry.
It was unplanned.
Okay.
Okay, guys, welcome back to In Our 5. This is your favorite podcast. I don't know, you're not watching, but we shall still continue making. Even if you stop, even if you have 3 views, we shall make more videos, isn't it, Noah?
Yeah.
It will
Yeah,
blow up
I know
one
it's
day.
tough, but
It will blow
you've
up.
seen Sora AI, you think podcasts are that hard to make anymore?
They're not hard.
Do you know what someone is going to do? He's going to get his photo, enter ChatGPT, write a script, a ChatGPT script, give it to Sora, have Sora read that script, animate his image, and make him look like he's having a podcast with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And
My aunt, you can put all the context. Haven't you seen all that hype with the Sora? I think
We're going to talk about a lot of good stuff. I think it's good stuff, Noah.
good.
I don't know if you're aware of what happened last week. Was it last week or
I think last week, but one.
Yeah, you guys were talking about Sora.
A lot happened. Yeah, we talked about Sora.
A lot is happening in the...
For example, another things that are happening in Madagascar, there was a coup.
No one knows every co happening.
In,
Are you
How
the guy
how is
funny?
he keeping up with
in
all
Cameroon,
Did you watch that?
in Cameroon, Paul Biya may have been outvoted. He has
Who?
been ruling.
Who's
Biya,
who's
the
that?
90-year-old president who has been president like forever, might have lost the election. We're not sure.
Is Madagascar second world or middle
Third
class
world.
or poor?
Third
Third world.
world.
It's poor. It's like
With
us.
all the... Aren't there penguins?
No,
Penguins of
there are
Madagascar.
no penguins.
Sure.
Yes.
All along that side.
Penguins live in polar regions.
Ah,
in
you know,
cold
like
areas.
ice.
I thought
Madagascar
they're
is a
different
tropical.
species. There are those
It's a-
which
it's-
live like it.
Madagascar is a tropical
I think
country.
they only stay in cold areas.
Cold areas. Only.
But there are also the igloo, like the igloo people. Did they decide to stay in their houses?
Igloos are a type of house. So it's like
Okay, the
saying,
guys who stay there.
it's like saying the hut people or the people who stay in huts. So what do you mean the igloo?
Okay,
people?
you know I mean the people who stay in the igloos. Those
Yeah.
guys.
They are called. Oh,
So I thought as human.
okay. Do you know why I'm confused?
You want
There
to
are 2
put
names
that-
for them, but one of the names is considered offensive. So I'm not sure which.
Don't say that name then.
So they are.
If it's offensive.
No. Some think it's offensive. So I think they have 2 names. Some people call them Eskimos, others call them Inuits.
Oh, Eskimos.
Oh, I've
I
heard
think
the
is the one. The
Eskimos
Eskimo
thing.
thing is actually.
It's
Yeah.
the real name.
Yeah. Actually, the
I
Eskimo
think
is
that's the allowed
real.
thing, right?
The Eskimo is
But
real.
anyway, we are not socially correct.
Yeah, but I
experts.
thought the way human beings live in different kinds of environments, maybe penguins, there's some species which can live in Madagascar. Yeah, penguins of Madagascar.
Keep in mind,
I think-
do you know why humans live in different kinds of environments?
We have not come to talk about humans.
No.
Okay, tell me.
Finish this up.
Okay,
Humans live in different kinds
because
of
of
environments.
cognitive revolution.
Yes, and we are adapted to any kind of environment. But a crow or whatever kind of creature, most creatures can only live in one biome, like grassland, etc. You put
The moment it
the moment
goes
you
into
move
any
certain
other
animal
environment.
like to a different latitude, sissy flies will kill it, sleeping sickness.
I think that's why some animals define certain areas. When they say Africa, they show lions, giraffes,
Savannah.
Yeah,
savannas.
When they talk about Australia,
Exactly.
big
It's just,
spiders,
there's just a few
kangaroos.
things like
kangaroos.
Polar bears now, I feel like if they were to come to Africa, they would just die.
They would die.
Because they're adapted to
yeah,
stay
there's a
under
few things that can live all
cold
over.
conditions.
Bacteria, humans,
You know, they have a lot
cockroaches.
of fat for this short Africa, man. They would really face
Okay.
it rough.
Anyway, the real point.
The real point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Observed what happened last. Anyway, we'll come back to in our 5. I'd forgotten to even introduce
Okay.
people.
I feel like
Yeah.
you
I had
you had
introduced
it.
you.
Okay, you
I had
introduced,
introduced you. So we have a special guest today, a friend, and science enthusiastic, AI enthusiastic, a dental surgeon. Anyway, we'll tell you still. Yeah, so my name is Ian Kakooza, the host, and
Noah Agira.
Noah Agira, and today we have our guest.
Joshua Ofamba, dental surgeon.
Mm.
I think the things you say, those are things.
Yeah. So we observed what I observed. I don't know if my fellows here observed.
I do not know what you observed.
Yeah.
This is
The
your
Nobel
topic.
Prizes. I was so enthusiastic about knowing the information and what was there, you know. And there was a debate between me and the former guest we had, Virunji. Mr.
Muyambi.
Virunji Muyambi was saying amongst the Nobel Prize nominations, one has to be an AI, or one is going to come out as a winner, like an AI. So he was so disappointed.
That real human beings.
Yeah,
have
real
won.
human beings are winning the Nobel Prizes. So we had a Nobel Prize in physics. It was won by her.
But wait. On that point of he wanted AI to win.
Yeah, he really wants AI to win. He doesn't want
But
to see
the Nobel Prize for the innovation of AI was already won.
He wanted AI
AI.
to win a
But
Nobel
AI
Prize.
is a tool. A computer can't win a Nobel Prize.
AlphaFold was, remember, last year's Nobel Prizes. The team at Google made AlphaFold,
Yeah.
which is an AI that they use for protein folding.
But what
So-
won? is-
So they themselves cannot calculate how the
Yeah.
proteins will fold, but they just made a tool
That
trained
can calculate
that can do
I
that.
know
So
about AlphaFold.
partly it's like the AI is also doing the work. If you've solved protein folding with an AI, part of the intelligence is the AI.
Like the way they award the Nobel Prize to the three people. Like the physics one was by, let me check here.
But
Physics Nobel Prize.
While he's checking, I think AI itself can't win because can we say electricity? Like it's just something you use. You can't say
Electricity won the Nobel
won.
But,
Prize.
so
Like-
let me ask you,
Uh-huh.
humans are also electricity.
Yeah, it's fun.
So what's firing in your brain? Like
No. A human is different. I defined them as a
Neurons.
group of
I mean,
cells.
Synapses.
we have
A group
we
of
have
cells
a
called
consciousness.
Kakooza Ian and a group of cells called this. For us, we
So let me ask
differentiate
you,
ourselves
if
from
we
mere
amputate
electricity.
off your legs, are you not a human?
I am.
You
So,
can win the Nobel
That's
Prize.
not
Extending-
That's I was not born with
Let's-
amputated legs.
Let's
you know?
think
That-
like mathematicians. Let's amputate you and leave only the part of you that's vital. This chopping off your leg
everything is vital.
doesn't invalidate your Nobel Prize. So let's say we chop off everything, we leave only your brain, put it in a jar, give it a microphone to speak, and then you start doing research and you win the Nobel Prize. You're no different from an AI. You're just electrical signals firing in an organic computer. Just like the AI is electrical signals firing in GPUs.
Okay, I have a counterpoint.
No, I also have a counter, but
Mine
you
first.
begin. You're first.
But
You're first.
the Nobel Prize was made to be awarded to humans.
To humans.
So even if some, I don't know, some alien came,
It was made-
it
What
was
is
made
a
for
human?
humans.
It was meant to be awarded to sentient
But-
I did not think who's the guy who.
What is a human,
Who's
by
the
the
guy
way?
who?
What is a human? What defines a human? Here, Google says a human being, a culture-bearing primate, classified in the genus Homo, especially the genus Homo sapiens. Human beings are anatomically similar and related to the great apes, blah blah blah. They are more highly developed. They have a more highly developed brain and the resultant capacity to articulate speech and abstract reasoning. So, a human, an ape with culture, and kinda advanced, right? Not kinda, okay, advanced. The way we define
That's
our
a human.
advancement.
eh?
That's
But
a human.
I'm pretty sure
So-
when we go to the ground.
So when a human was coming up with the Nobel Prize, he wanted fellow humans to
To
win the
win.
Nobel Prize.
Like,
if
if
there
we
was a
went-
dolphin, sorry to say,
I
the
have a
dolphins
question.
lack the
I have a question.
pentadactyl limbs.
I have a question.
Dolphins
Before
can
you tell
reason
me about your pentadactyl limbs, one question I have for
Do you
you
know
is
dolphins think, but
yes, they do. But one
But
question,
they
leave
can't
that
do
aside.
anything.
Leave that aside. One question: if we went and read Alfred Nobel's grant, whatever letters
His
he
will.
left, his will, leaving his fortune. Remember, Alfred Nobel is the discoverer of dynamite.
Yeah,
Okay,
dynamite.
and he commercialized it and he became very rich from its sale. So the money he got from that is what he endowed to the Nobel Society to award to people who have. I'm sure he did not say, I want only pentadactyl limbed
But
humans.
you also think about him. Do you
to
think he
be
wanted
awarded
it
my
to be
prize.
awarded to AI? He probably didn't even know about AI.
The physics Nobel Prize was won by 3 gentlemen. One was John Clark, Mitchell H. Deverett, and John M. Martinez for the discovery of macroscopic quantum mechanical tunneling and energy quantization in an electric circuit. I don't know why in an electric circuit. I don't know what. You will still explain it.
It sounds like gibberish.
Yeah. So
Okay.
please explain.
Quantization in an electric circuit. Quantization means like being in small pieces.
Quanta.
So quantization in an electric circuit means they maybe found a certain way to prove or measure that energy is quantized specifically like this in an electric circuit. Yeah? Then I don't know if the macroscopic quantum tunneling is part of the same experiment. Maybe there was some quantum tunneling in their circuit. But quantum tunneling is essentially having a particle doing something which a classical particle, not the... Before we had classical theories which we used to describe how things work, the world works, particles work, but they only fix a particle at a certain point in space and time. So, but quantum mechanics, when you get a solution for a system in quantum mechanics, and you have any so-called particles that say like electrons, they are not actually particles. They are described as probabilistic waves which are spread out throughout the space.
An electron behaves as a particle and a wave at the same time.
Not necessarily.
That's
So
what
that's
I think
wave-particle duality was the first wave-particle duality was what we got after thinking of them as particles and waves. So we thought maybe they are both particles and waves. But the reason why on a high level you observe them as particles or waves on a high level.
Are they both? Are they one with the other?
They are not
Is
both.
this real or
They
it's
are
a theory?
It's a theory, but the best option, like we have right now, is that essentially they are the way they behave on a certain level, because we are using quantum theory to describe them. When we observe them on a macroscopic level, sometimes they look like they are working as particles. Other times, yes. Other times they seem like they are waves. So
in this quantization and electric circuit stuff, the
tunneling is something like a particle showing up somewhere where classical physics doesn't allow it, but quantum mechanics allows it.
So Ofamba had an explanation.
Yeah,
here.
like an analogy, a simple way to explain it. Normally, particles or objects can't cross over energy barriers. They don't have enough energy to cross. Like if you bounce there's that thing. If you bounce a ball on the wall, like the ball does
There's
not
a
have
barrier.
it does not
get
have
back.
enough energy or force to go through the wall. Yeah, but in the quantum, on the quantum level, it can just pass.
So that
through.
means a ball which is going up the hill and it only has potential energy.
Even
Going
though
up the hill, it will need kinetic energy. So this particle in quantum physics does not need the kinetic energy. It will just go through.
Yeah, because
so is it because it is existing everywhere at the same time?
Sort of, yes. Because it exists there as well. You can observe it there sometimes.
In an electric circuit.
So
what is an electric circuit?
No, you know what a circuit is.
No, we don't know.
Get a battery.
Hey, I've got an
wires
and
a torch.
and a switch.
Yes, that's a circuit.
Close, open the circuit.
Circuit means something that's closed.
So you discovered that electrons were moving. What?
I don't know.
What were they? What's the Nobel Prize
I don't know if
about?
they are two separate discoveries or if they observed quantization in an electric circuit as well as tunneling. But this is something we need to go and look up.
So is
But
is
in
it
short,
okay? We need
but
to
I
read
can
the
tell
paper.
you one
Did you look
famous.
into it?
Did the electricity jump from one wire to another without connection?
Maybe.
Is,
I
that,
think
is it what they discovered?
could be. But one famous application of quantum tunneling is. Have you heard of a scanning tunneling electron microscope? I don't know if you have one in
I think
Uganda.
I've seen.
We have a couple in Uganda.
Scanning tunneling.
They call them
It would be at
SCAN.
Sedat.
Is that the
I
short
would be at
form?
Sedat.
Scan. Is that the short
I'd
form?
say that. Do we have one? I don't think we have one in Uganda. Anyway, in short, what this scanning, this is a way we use to look at atoms, sort of, in a way. You could get like a metal surface, like you have a very fine probe, charged probe, passing over that surface. As it passes near the surface, where there are bumps like atoms, sometimes electrons are allowed by quantum mechanics to tunnel between that bump or atom and that probe, and you can literally see a map of the atoms. So it is the closest we have to looking at an atom. That scanning, tunneling, electron
I
microscope.
don't think we have it.
We don't have it.
The only we had
In
an
Uganda.
we have an
In Uganda,
electronic
Now those
microscope,
electron microscopes you're
but
thinking
it was
of, they are firing an electron beam through something.
so. No, what could be the application of this stuff they discovered? Or
Of
you
quantum
also don't
tunneling,
know?
I've given you an application. There's a kind of microscope that is important for research in materials science, things like that, that operates on tunneling.
No, I thought we were going to travel space.
Quantization.
I thought we were going to have a space world where
No, no, no.
quantum tunneling, there are tunnels
Remember the other.
It's
in space so that we can disappear
and then
from
they
one
said
position to
macroscopic.
another.
I do not know. Honestly, I'm not a physicist, so.
No, the macroscopic
But
bit.
I am just telling you from
No,
my
I
small,
saved as Noah, the physicist.
My
okay,
small
there are
knowledge.
astrophysicists.
my small knowledge of physics. That's what I know about. I'm just trying to interpret
And
what
you know
I
when they made
understand.
this discovery? It was in 1960 what?
Oh.
I don't know why does it take all that
No,
to win a
Because
Nobel
every year
Prize?
there's someone that needs to be awarded, and sometimes
So
there
there
are more
were
exciting things.
more serious.
No.
That means every year
Yeah,
there were more serious. What is it
There are
called?
people
no,
who came up.
the reason
there are
why
people who
Discovery
discovered
than his.
There are people who theorized quarks, theorized black holes, theorized the nature of the universe.
the reason why Nobel Prizes actually it's standard. It's like a rule of thumb. They award Nobel Prizes around like 10 to 30 years after the discovery.
And sometimes,
What? For real?
Yeah,
yes,
or
and
is-
sometimes people even miss out because of the
Yeah.
same reason.
Some
Like
people
Stephen
die.
Hawking
because
never won one, though I feel he deserved one for his work on
Black
holes.
holes.
Yeah, you've heard of Hawking radiation?
Yeah,
That was a
the
very
black hole
novel-
emitting
It's
radiation.
a very novel concept. It's
But-
worthy of.
But how would the black hole emit radiations when it has to swallow everything?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It's a very novel concept. It's all about the event horizon of the black hole. There is some goofy.
Okay, let's go to
physics happening
biology.
there that
Let's go to
allows-
biology,
yes.
and then the chemistry one. Then there was a literature, and no, I know you are. Are you happy about the
Peace.
Nobel Prize?
The Peace Prize.
No, okay, before that, the biology Nobel Prize. I think here it's us to shine. If we are to shine. It was won by Mary E. Brunko, Fred Ramsdell, and Shimon Sakaguchi. It is for their discoveries concerning peripheral immune tolerance.
this one is.
I
This
think
one,
it's easier to
it's
understand.
easier
Ofamba can even
because we
explain.
have
Peripheral
context.
Immune tolerance. I'm trying to see immune. I know what immune tolerance could be.
To what?
I do not know what to.
What is peripheral?
Peripheral.
What
I
is
know what the word
central?
periphery means.
Eh,
Peripheral means
On the
it's
sides.
not. This is not. There's a central thing, and then this thing is at the periphery of
Yes.
that central thing.
yes.
I think
Yes, I know what each of those terms means,
Eh.
but I can't say I know
Yes,
what
you have defined
the
English.
specific concept is.
First, tell us about if
so.
you really.
What was it again? First, read it again.
It is discoveries concerning peripheral immune tolerance.
Now, tolerance. Okay, first you know immune cells. At least you know that, right?
Yeah,
You know
I know.
immune cells.
Yes.
You know we have
T lymphocytes.
T
Yes.
lymphocytes, B lymphocytes.
Yeah.
So,
There are
No.
cells responsible for
killer cells.
fighting off
You
helper
know-
cells.
invaders.
You know how these cells recognize foreign bodies, right?
They have like maybe sometimes proteins on their surfaces.
They have receptors, and then like the foreign bodies, they are antigens. Yeah. So these like the T cells, they are able to recognize these antigens and then act accordingly, like attack, destroy, take over the thing.
Or reduce cytokines.
But now-
or report.
Like there was always this question. Okay, I think we knew that. You would wonder that these cells act against antigens. How do they not act against our own antigens?
And our own
Oh.
body.
Yeah. You've heard of autoimmune diseases.
Yes.
Your body kills you.
Your immune cells
Yes.
attack your own tissues, your own
Yes.
body. Yeah. So that's where tolerance comes in. Tolerance is the ability for your immune system.
Has it what?
Tolerance is your body's ability to resist attack by its own immune cells. That's tolerance. You're tolerating your immune system. And now, the mechanism in which like the antigen, in which the immune cells
The
can
immune
tell this
cells,
is my tissue,
This is my tissue.
this is an invader.
So that doesn't attack
Uh-huh.
you. So, but it surprised me. I thought we already knew. Or it was still not fully understood.
No. Okay, the thing is, like I said earlier, these prizes, they are awarded usually like 10 to 30 years. Now, this one has actually been awarded almost 30 years. Like that guy, they found out about, okay, we are going to explain it.
Because we studied
but-
it at medical
Yeah.
school. And I don't know why they are
But-
just giving them the
the
Nobel
But
Prize.
biological
notice,
one?
they talked about peripheral. When we talk about central and peripheral, you're going to see that the one that we mostly understand is central. Because before we knew, like your bone marrow
You only
produces
knew more about central, so
Yeah.
you've had more time
the
to research.
baby immune cells, they go to your thymus, right? Then they mature from there, the T cells.
The T cells, yeah.
There's a whole system that kind of presents to them, like it's actually very interesting. The cells in the thymus, they have like a gene that can express all kinds of antigens found in the body, like
Bro,
everything you find. Because do you know usually,
Bro.
actually,
that's crazy.
I don't even know how
That's
to
insane.
explain
You guys
it.
are starting to approach gibberish.
I know, no, it's because there's just so much
I have a question,
information.
eh? I have a
Yes,
question.
We can
Yes,
answer
yes.
all your
Does
questions.
the average person know what a thymus is?
Okay, a thymus
Thymus.
is an organ.
Yes, but just
Thymus gland.
Thymus.
this is
So
how
cells
to,
go there for training. Let's say
Let's get-
it's a training. It's a school.
yeah.
Like the way you get born, then you go through school and specialize. So before specialization, you go through the organ. The organ makes sure that every cell that lives cannot attack the other your cells. Can attack a foreign cells, but
Yeah.
then your own
So
cells.
when they are so first hold up, every cell that is produced
the immune
is capable of attacking my own cells.
Yes.
But
Every-
needs to
every
first go to the
immune-
thymus.
Yes.
Every T cell,
Every T cell, those
Yeah.
killer cells,
Wow.
those immune
actually
cells.
every
which fight.
lymphocyte, right?
Every
That's,
lymphocyte.
that's
lymphocyte.
crazy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if it's not trained and told that, oh, let me bring you red blood cells, are you seeing these guys? These
These
are
guys
your
are
friends.
your friends.
Don't destroy.
Don't kill them.
Then it brings some other cells.
But they are really like you get tolerance to most of the antigens in your body.
You know, when you said they award these things like very late, I think I've seen an occasion where they awarded it relatively early.
Like the protein folding.
Yeah.
The protein fold
Protein folding, yes.
between
that
like
was like
2018.
8 years.
Was that biology, physics?
It's biology.
It's biology.
Then there
Protein
was
folding.
It was the Nobel Prize in chemistry.
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 So protein folding was
By
chemistry.
the way, we
protein
talk
folding.
about
Then
chemistry.
CRISPR-Cas9 was also like
Also.
10 years.
It was also relatively
Also, what's the purpose of this?
like tolerance.
Tolerance.
First of all, okay, let me rush through the explanation. That tolerance of the thymus. Now you know the thymus.
Yeah.
Where it's the process of negative selection. The ones that now can attack your body, they are killed.
They are killed at
Then-
the thymus.
Then the ones that can't, they are left
They are
to go.
allowed to
But
enter the system.
always, like there was always this unsolved question, like that you can still find cells, like some immune cells that can attack like your own tissues. like within your
Yeah,
body.
yeah.
They're of course not enough to cause you an autoimmune disease.
So where
but
do they
not,
come from?
Not all of them survive.
I think the process is not 100% efficient too.
So that's where now peripheral tolerance comes in. Because now they actually realize that that's not the only way the body suppresses the immune system. There are these other cells called the T regulatory cells, which move around and they are constantly suppressing the immune system.
Controlling, making sure.
And they actually found out that the ones that get killed in the thymus are the ones that bind strongly to your own tissues, but the ones that bind, maybe not so much, they survive. But now this, you are asking for the importance of all this. Now this is very important in like autoimmune disease. Like the best example is diabetes type 1, where your body is attacking, the
isolates of Langerhans.
No,
actually,
okay.
You guys
in diabetes,
overestimate
what people know.
Persons. Even if you studied this in A level, keep in mind people didn't do biology.
We are going to break it down.
Okay. Diabetes, you can't control blood sugar.
Yes.
So blood sugar to be controlled, there's this substance you have to release called insulin.
Yes.
It's from the pancreas, and the pancreas has a part called isolates of Langerhans. It has beta cells and
alpha cells.
The beta cells are the ones which release insulin, and they are attacked by your own cells. When they are killed, you have no insulin to control your glucose.
Yes.
So you have too much glucose.
Yes.
And diabetes is one of the deadliest diseases you could ever wish to have. In fact, some people be like, I'd rather have HIV than diabetes, by the way. Diabetes kills everything. The kidneys, the eyes, the blood cells, the lungs. It can anywhere there is.
So how does peripheral immune tolerance?
I think they will learn how to make the beta cells tolerant.
Now the T regulatory cells, those are the main. Most of the things in the body work between like a kind of balance. The immune cells attack things, but again, if they overdo it, it becomes disease, right? So those cells are there to regulate, to make sure these cells don't over-destroy things. So a good use case I saw that they're looking into is maybe to get someone's like T regulatory cells, isolate them, then they kind of, how can I say, like expand them, they grow, they increase in number, and then they
add them to
add them back.
And
then remember, these autoimmune diseases are when the immune system is not regulated. So when you have that T regulatory cells, when you now have enough regulatory cells,
be a treatment.
That's interesting. Can it also be applied to organ?
Yes, it is.
Grafting?
It is. Because when you get
also when you
transplants,
get a new organ,
you have no hand, they give
your cells will also attack that foreign organ.
Yeah,
exactly.
immediately.
So that's like a good use case. Like
Could
actually,
we be having a future medicine Nobel laureate here?
In Makerere University specifically, and
this is a good candidate.
What happened?
Even
you were so enthusiastic. This guy was the anatomy.
Wait for him when he becomes Dr. Ofamba.
PhD. My friend.
Even
Today I was there. I looked at there was a must bus there, Makerere University of Science and Technology, and I was like, oh, this had to be missed, like Massachusetts Institute of Science and Technology, and there's the one must ended up being Makerere University of Medicine and Surgery, because
where does that T come from?
No, like imagine it was parallel.
It
to
was
America,
Makerere University of Science and Technology, but it's the only, if you say Mbara, the only thing people think about is medicine and science.
But they've now started engineering.
So where is the other science? Where is the other technology?
They have engineering now.
Let's finish the chemistry, then we talk about issues as to why we are not winning Nobel Prizes here. So chemistry was Susumu Kitagawa, Richard Robson, and Omar M. Yaji for the development of metal-organic frameworks. So
metal-organic frameworks. So who is
biologist, physicist? Should I become the chemist?
You can become the chemist.
Become the chemist.
But,
I know. I'll supplement
organic chemistry. There's a metal attached to organic structures.
Yes, essentially.
And so what?
What was the full form?
No, metal.
That's the full form.
No, like the full thing, the full discovery. Like what was it that you said?
That's the full form. That's the
No, like read it out, cause
for the development of metal organic frameworks.
So metal organic frameworks are molecules. Yeah, like he said, you have a metal and then organic. But the most special thing about them is that they have a lot of space. So imagine like a cube. Yeah? Imagine a cube, right? Then at every corner you have a metal ion. Then imagine the lines being joined by some kind of organic molecule. But in the middle, that is space.
Like a sodium chloride molecule?
No, just a
so
cube.
essentially,
Just
you could develop a certain kind of macromolecule that
is porous.
like has a huge space,
It's
and
like-
while using the metal ions as a sort of stretcher, because imagine you had a pure organic molecule. Most of the
It
time,
will collapse.
there are
Collapse.
certain
So-
rigid ways.
So
to
why do we
bond.
need the space?
So the space.
This is material science.
No,
so-
it's actually when you look into
What
it.
do you mean we stop there? We stop.
No, I'm just saying it could be useful as a macroscopic
You are
property.
saying something.
Yeah.
No, I was saying,
Yeah.
I was saying that it's useful because think about it. If you have like a sponge, okay, this is like a sponge on a molecular level. A sponge can absorb like a lot of water more than its size.
Yeah.
So like that on a molecular level, that's like I think the main use. It can trap things in that way. It has like a lot of surface area. I saw something about like 1 gram of a metal organic framework has like the surface area of a football field.
What?
Yeah, so you can trap
That's
gases
very
in
impressive.
there.
Oh, you
can-
can trap
you
gas.
can
I
trap
saw storage
gases.
of gases.
Storage of gases.
as you can
That's
see.
what I saw.
So as you can see, it's
Amazing.
yeah. Most of the times, actually, chemistry, most of the discoveries you'll find have a very direct application that doesn't need a century of explanation.
Yeah.
So that means, can't we use that in construction of future spaceships?
First-
and
Could be.
Yeah. Actually,
interesting.
first chill that.
storage of fuel in
But
small
what people are
compartments?
most like excited for is, you know how global warming,
Yeah.
ozone, carbon dioxide, pollution, we have a lot of carbon dioxide going around in the air. And guess what?
We can use it to trap.
So that is
carbon
what
dioxide.
people like. That is like the
So
most
it could-
anticipated use.
Could
to
it
kind
be
of
like
use it to
that
clean
means
the
someone
air.
could make an air filter that doesn't depend on fluids? You know, a fluid gets saturated. So if we had a carbon dioxide scrubber and we were pumping air into it, because there are different ways of separating out, say, the CO2 from the air or the particles. So you could liquefy the air, and you know, at different pressures, different components of the air liquefy, and then you extract the component you want. But that's so expensive.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
energy-wise.
You need a lot of pressures,
And
very
energy.
low temperatures.
You could scrub
By the
chemically.
providing very low temperatures also requires a lot of
Now,
energy, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, chemical method most chemical methods of scrubbing air, say of CO2, are not solid state. Usually, you have like a liquid that reacts with carbon dioxide. Then you pump your air through, and the carbon dioxide reacts, and then there may be a sediment is deposited, or it remains. I don't know, carbonate ions remain, and then you get out the rest of your air. But then the problem with this is when you have such liquids, you need to prepare those liquid chemicals in a factory and keep a flow of them, because they run out as the chemical reaction happens.
So here,
Now
if
imagine,
we have an organic framework,
imagine you made
metal
a
organic framework.
this would be a solid state method. Imagine
It's
you made
actually a
a
crystal.
filter that you can just put up, and when you blow air through it,
It disappears.
CO2
inside.
doesn't come. This means that
Yeah.
you could engineer a material that specifically traps this, maybe.
Yeah, no, actually, they
future
can modify it
research
like
path,
that.
yeah.
They can change the metals used. They can change the
the
sizes of
structure,
the
the geometry,
spaces, everything.
And then they said, oh, this only traps this kind of molecule. That could be a very massive application. So
Yeah.
so that's very useful.
Wow, you have really described the entire chemistry thing.
no.
So another one was the literature, and this one.
You don't believe in literature?
No. It's not like I don't believe. I failed
Not me
to.
there, I know nothing.
I failed to understand. Listen, Noah is the reader here.
Hey,
He has read a lot of
He'll
books.
help us
So
out.
he'll help us. It was won by Laszlo Klaszana. Laszlo Klaszana Hawkeye.
Hawkeye?
Hakoi.
Eh?
Something. No,
Laszlo.
Laszlo.
Prazana Hawkeye.
Eh,
I do not know which ethnicity this is. Could he be Turkish?
Is it-
Sounds
it's,
Eastern
is
European.
it like-
They give
Russian.
Nobel Prizes for literature.
yes.
They do.
For his compelling and visionary oeuvre. I don't know what it's no, oeuvre that in the midst of apocalyptic terror reaffirms the power of art.
Apocalyptic terror. I think maybe he's in some war-torn region and he's writing from there and he has produced like
What's
a
the
good
meaning
work.
of that one?
I will not pretend to know.
Over. Bro, why you Google it?
So,
If we don't even
so
know
let me
what
ask
has
you,
won, like-
you guys really are surprised that Nobel Prizes in literature
No,
exist?
I knew this.
I want to tell you like how important.
I know
With the
about
body.
I know about that. Peace
Oeuvre means
Prize.
the body of work of a painter, composer, or author. So
His art.
that means what he meant.
The body of work.
And visionary body of work of painter that he's comparing a visionary. So he painted.
No, he didn't paint. An oeuvre or whatever it is can also be literary. It can also be books. It's a
I
collection.
think any form of art.
Or any form of art.
Yeah, so they are saying shedding a light in an
So during
apocalyptic time.
terror, you can.
So
come up with
I think
art.
he wrote some books.
So
when
the
he-
power of art can help.
Yeah,
depress
it could
terror.
be from a war-torn country, but we didn't look that up. Anyway, that aside, I'm just saying, you people may not appreciate literature, but
I appreciate.
I'm
literature.
going to pick.
I enjoy movies because of.
I
literature.
know like movies. Think of James Cameron's Terminator and the cultural impact it has on you.
Very interesting.
Exactly. But if you were to read books, you'd see the cultural impact. Books like Animal Farm have.
Yeah.
Doesn't Animal Farm describe the situation in some African countries?
In
that
the-
I
Some-
may not name.
some-
which African countries?
I have not named
Why
any
you guys
country.
want to get
No,
cancer?
no. Some doesn't.
Don't mention names.
1984.
Some African countries.
1984 and the surveillance state. Doesn't 1984? This happened way back. Of course, 1984. Animal Farm,
1984 reminds
they
me
were
of
describing certain societies back then, like the Soviets. But even now, modern day, you still think of these kinds of the Big Brother. Think of words like Big Brother, things like that. A lot of our culture is seriously influenced by literature. Think of okay, literary works can influence anything. I want you to go read something like Brave New World by Aldous Huxley.
I've heard of that.
Yeah?
I've seen
And
it
then
somewhere.
try to imagine once we start making test tube babies and we get a handle on genetic engineering, will we suddenly start engineering? Because in that book, Brave New World, they used to engineer alpha humans, beta humans, gamma humans, epsilon humans.
Why would you
Omega
start
human.
putting classes in
first
So,
engineering?
the
That's
alphas,
some diabolical stuff.
omegas. So the alphas were like
Alpha,
responsible
future.
for
It's already
governing,
here.
doing
It's
this.
already here.
So right now that we have
It's already
CRISPR,
I saw something on
Ah,
TikTok.
so-
There are already some kind of, startups, tech companies. There are a few startups already offering these services. Like if you want to have a baby, and they will screen, make sure they don't have any diseases. Right? They
Genetic
offer-
editing.
yeah.
Edit that.
But they also allow you to change
To modify.
characteristics. Yes, color.
Wow.
I think that's
Bro.
illegal, partly.
Right
I
now,
think
yeah.
right now
in
they
some
can.
countries,
Some countries,
in some countries,
but in many
it's
countries,
illegal. But in others, it's allowed.
now that's
It's allowed.
I think
Anyway.
basically
It's going to just.
this is a literary work from
Yeah.
1940 what? Some 1940 something.
Which one?
Brave New World
Ah,
by Aldous
the
Huxley.
testing
Yeah?
thing.
And he's describing a society that we are just stepping into in 2025, almost 100 years.
So literature is
That's the
very,
level of
very, very
foresight
important.
sometimes the human imagination can have. So sometimes someone writes a work that is that can change
Astonishing.
society.
Predictions of the future.
Yes, that could change society, warn people about a danger they are
Like
heading
Terminator.
into.
Wait,
AI,
Terminator is
Skynet.
going to happen.
Yes.
Skynet.
Imagine no one had made the Terminator movie. and no one had made a Space Odyssey. Remember Space Odyssey where the computer takes over?
2001 A Space Odyssey.
That 1960s movie by that famous director.
Yeah.
Imagine no one had made that
We struggled
movie.
to watch that movie, man. We are afraid to watch part 2.
Part 2 is terrible, but
But
part
you
1
should-
is nice.
Part 1 was okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Part 1 is it the one which starts with the apes?
Apes fighting and then
Okay,
aliens.
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Will we ever win a Nobel Prize
In Africa.
in
Yes,
Africa?
we will.
Let's say in
I
Uganda.
don't think anytime
In
soon.
Uganda, debatable, but in Africa,
Why is it debatable? We don't have smart people.
we have smart people,
Very many.
very smart people.
Smarter
By the way,
than Americans?
You know
It
what?
always comes down to resources.
By the way, you know what
That's
you've
the
already said
step.
about intelligence. Africans have an inferiority complex. They think that they are less intelligent, many
Yeah.
Africans,
Yeah.
than white people or any other races, because of the scientific achievements, material achievements of those races. But think about when you look at intelligence. Intelligence is partly genetic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's also partly nutritional.
Yeah.
We live in,
Environment.
we live in some of the most malnourished countries. Early childhood nutrition is very poor. So people's brains don't really grow to their capacity. That aside, I personally think the smartest people are probably in Africa because when you think of intelligence, intelligence is genetic. Where do you find the most diversity? The most genetic diversity, you find it here in Africa. Where do you find, say, the tallest people? You find them in either Sudan or Rwanda.
And then you find the shortest people.
Where do you find the shortest people?
In Congo.
Where do you find 100 skin tones versus one monochrome?
It's
Here.
in Africa.
Where do you find 500
So that
hair
means
textures?
we could be here and the smartest person
smartest
is
people.
Karima Jong.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, actually, me, I believe.
The guy is always curious, wondering, wow,
Oh, the
how
person
am I-
with the smartest potential
how am I doing? Katorasho
is
better.
here. That's what I believe. Statistically,
That's-
statistically, these people have maybe eventually they'll end up having smaller populations than us because they are not really reproducing currently. But you find like in a population of this size, you only expect like one person of a certain level of Einstein level of intelligence maybe out of this certain size of population, according to the normal distribution. So here in Africa, you could find as our population grows, I find that there will be so many people with that potential as geniuses, like this guy here who was telling us about.
This guy is a genius.
Yes, exactly. So the only thing missing, the reason why I'm not optimistic about Uganda is institutions.
So inferiority complex,
Yeah.
by the way.
Institutions.
Inferiority complex.
So
No, you
Nobel
guys,
Prize.
What, you're not
you haven't-
feeling
you have-
well?
You're going to hear my take on this.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you why I'm
finish.
not so confident.
We've had
Institutions.
and we'll wrap up.
Yeah.
Institutions, a culture of innovation discovery. When you look at all the Nobel physics winners, look at, usually they are, of course, they've had their PhDs. Look at who their PhD supervisor was. Who was his PhD supervisor? Who was his PhD
Right
supervisor?
from Rutherford.
You're going
Bohr,
to find same for mathematics fields medal winners. You're going to find a legacy of people training other people. So their universities have a culture of experts training other experts. So what we need here is to have like, if we could have like in Makerere, a couple of Nobel winners settle here, supervise some of the smartest Ugandans, like supervise 5 of the smartest Ugandans. 5 of those people, at least one will make some groundbreaking research, win a Nobel. You find in the university you have 5 Nobel winners.
But,
Then grow it.
He has brought out what I wanted to say. What we lack here is nurturing of intelligence. You get, like, we don't really have we don't have a platform for these very intelligent people to thrive. Man, you're here. Man, okay, just no, it's hard. It's hard. Like even the available resources. Now imagine that very smart Karima Jong you said, who is
with the highest potential,
but he doesn't have the available
No school,
resources.
no mental, no food.
No food. You remember
and
that thing?
I'll tell you the truth.
They let to
Despite,
calm.
yeah.
You can't think when
And you
you're
know
hungry.
about the human brain, eh?
You know, use a lot of glucose.
You know the human brain,
of needs.
Man, we are
You
still
know,
on the
eh?
basic needs.
We
Yeah,
just
you guys have seen
struggling.
about the human brain. Eh?
Yeah.
We maintain a certain amount of fluidity when we are younger. Like our brains are more fluid. We learn things easier. So same thing with things like Nobel Prizes.
Whenever you say that thing, you break my heart.
So when you are
I
a
feel like
kid,
I wasted.
as a kid,
I wasted a lot of my potential when I was a kid. I think
many people do it.
all of you even know.
But
You
as a
would
kid,
be an Einstein by there somewhere, thinking about the universe.
but as a kid, say if you got your kid and exposed him to mathematical theorems from an early age, and he gets used to mathematical thinking, if he's very intelligent and he keeps getting exposed to that, his brain starts shaping itself in a certain way. Math is going to be easier for him.
Yeah, it will just
it will be easier for him. This is the reason why many chess grandmasters, like if you see Magnus Carlsen, the greatest chess player statistically of all time, like he has the highest ELO ever achieved in chess. If you look at him, he started chess at 3 years old.
3 years old.
3 years old, he's playing against his elder siblings, and he learned. But even if he was that smart and he didn't get exposed to chess until he was 18.
Chess at 20.
So here in Uganda,
a
big thing that happens is people don't have exposure to the material that
and also Noah,
gets them curious
there are those
till they are very old.
That prime age of seniors. I don't know why they don't allow skipping classes in high school.
Yeah, that's also
like
a thing
there's a time we get so bored in high school. Like let me say, senior 1, senior 2, you're there, you're passing them things. Yes.
A lot of intelligent students do not meet any challenging material until maybe A-level.
A-level. When they are not even used to challenges.
And it actually crushes you.
What's that show about very smart kids?
Answering like
I don't know, but
anatomy,
like those guys can allow you to skip what you know.
Yeah.
You have PhDs, kids with PhDs.
Because when you look at O-level,
in college,
some people were passing O-level effortlessly. It's not like they were so serious. Then they were given a huge PCB when they are not ready to be serious. And if they found that thing in senior 3, they would have
done it.
Yes,
they even had the interest,
yeah.
But then they got bored. They got interested in music and rapping or whatever.
So you have an exam, you know someone personally.
I know someone who raps.
Are you guys talking about yourselves?
But me, I'm telling you the truth. Telling you the truth. Personally, as a kid when I was very young, I remember I was watching TV. It wasn't even paid TV. It was
WBS, UBC.
Analog.
Yes, it was analog TV, and I don't know which channel. They put a documentary about quarks and leptons and etc. This was the first time I had heard of any of those words. I didn't know what a quark was. I didn't know what a hadron was. I didn't know what a lepton was. I barely knew what an electron was because I was a bit curious. I was in primary. And I watched and I understood the standard model as a kid.
Genius!
No, it's not genius.
Hey, you're what?
The standard model is essentially a very, very, very basic model. Like
you think people used to fail bouncing banners?
No. You're already grown at that point, eh?
At that point. Luminous and luminous frames.
Imagine someone got like a kid and kept them exposed to all this information. If you already know what the standard model is at that age, and then you start knowing all the math that you need at that age, and then you get curious, by the time you're 18, you will already have an idea. You'll already be, you have seen the general field, you have understood the general field, and now you'll be ready to specialize, zero in on your problem, which could be the Nobel Prize winning problem. Maybe.
By the way.
Because for you to win a Nobel Prize, to do that research,
do you know we are even discouraged. I remember in my O-level when they found me reading about the physics book, and they told me, why are you reading about? You have to be reading these
past papers.
It's not for your level.
It's not for your level.
It's not for your level.
And Abbott was interesting. It was like a novel. You're reading and
I rebelled a bit. I actually read Abbott in primary. I rebelled a bit. In O-level.
The fact that's rebellion in our
refused
context.
in O-level.
Imagine how is that rebellion?
Imagine like you're trying to
they have ever called me in a staff room because of reading textbooks. And they promised to punish me.
You're lying.
I swear.
Now that
I
aside,
won't mention that school.
that
No,
aside,
it's propaganda.
now for the
It's
case,
not propaganda.
No, I'm saying like these
Yeah.
guys are.
for the sake of
yeah,
literature,
yeah,
now me
yeah.
on a literature case, when I was in primary, and primary, this I wasn't even reading ahead of my level in literature, so I was reading Harry Potter books in primary.
Yeah,
level.
that's primary.
And it's primary
That's
level.
okay.
Eh? So someone found me reading Harry Potter and went and captured the book and called me to the office and lectured me. I tell you, why are you not? So imagine if I was meant to be a great J.R.R. Tolkien and
Yeah.
write the next Lord of the
getting
Rings,
Inspired.
I would have been inspired back then by my reading
But then
Harry
there was
Potter.
a teacher.
But then there's always a barrier. Eh? So,
Energy barrier, we need quantum tunneling, yeah, guys. We need students.
but in my opinion, it all goes back to the university. Eh? Teachers are trained at the university.
Yeah.
So someone needs to come to our higher institutions of learning, top-down approach, change the way everything is done.
Anyway, it's been a wonderful conversation with Dr. Ofamba. I think we wrap up, and this will be the end of this episode, not the end of the podcast. Whether we get 3 views or
Yeah, you
or
guys
2
are
views
refusing to watch.
Yeah, even if you refuse to watch, we shall bring more guests and we shall watch. So thank you
to our audience of 20 guys. Who
I saw some guys in the USA watching us.
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think.
the Americans watching us.
Yeah, you can see that.
Okay, I'll go look at the statistics.
The statistic. Some South Africans, I thought they thought it was a piano, but no, we're talking about science.
Okay.
Yeah, accidentally.
So, okay, thank you, Unipod, UK University Innovation Pod.
Yeah.
Pod by Timbuktu.
Yeah.
So, you come here, innovate guys, you come here and come up with things which can win Nobel Prizes. And don't ask why for us we are fair, for us we no longer. We are,
Our brains are no longer free.
our brains are frozen.
No,
The
but
window- the
it's
window
never too
closed.
late. It's
Thank
never
you,
too late.
UNDP.
This
And,
guy, me, I see a Nobel Prize in his future.
Yeah,
Amen,
this
amen.
This guy is a Nobel Prize winner. Okay, see you guys.
Yeah.
Wrap up, yeah.